Okay. Good morning, everybody. So we're starting a new subject. What a beautiful day to start a new subject. All the halachas of Beis Din. Let's do it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is the tviyah. You come to Beis Din and you say, I want to take that fellow to court because he wronged me. So Beis Din right away is going to summon the nitzba, the defendant, to court. I believe in a civil matter, we don't call them a defendant. I believe you call them a respondent. Is that correct?
Not necessarily.
Oh, not necessarily. I apologize. Okay. So the toveya is the plaintiff. The nitzba is the guy who's being taken to court. So the Gemara Moed Katan Daf Tezayin Amud Aleph on page 8 describes how this works. Amar Rava says, Minalan de Mishadrinan Shlicha de Beitina Umezminan Leiladina. Now, you should know the reason why in Moed Katan we got onto this subject is you can't take a haircut if you're in a state of excommunication. We call that nidui. And if it gets lifted on Chalamayid, then that's one of the reasons you can take a haircut. So once we're discussing nidui, so we're going to discuss someone being put into nidui because they don't listen to Beis Din. I'm sorry? I'm going to get to that in a minute. Minalan dish mishadrinan, that we send shlicha de beidina, an agent to the Beis Din mazminan le'ledina, and we summon him to court. Dichsev vayishlach Moshe likro ledasan v'avira b'nei Eliyav, and Moshe sent. He didn't go himself, right? To call to Dasan Ravir. This, of course, is with the machlokas of Korach, and their challenge is that Moshe Rabbeinu Chalila was engaging in nepotism in appointing Aaron the Kohen Gadol. Uminalan de mazminan ledina dichsev vayomer Moshe al Korach ata v'chaladascha. Moshe Rabbeinu, when Korach made the complaint, he says, fine, tomorrow you and everybody is going to come before Hashem. L'kamei gav harabba dichsev lifnei Hashem. So, in other words, it's Keilu, it was. That Moshe was summoning Korach to court in front of a Dayan. Who was the Dayan? The Dayan was HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that case. It was God. Atu planya, you summon the two litigants, T'chsev ata v'hem v'Aaron machar, you and them and Aaron. Aaron was the other party over here, the Kavinan Zimna, and we don't just summon them to court. We say you're going to come at a particular time, because in the pasuk it says Ata v'hem v'Aaron machar. Tomorrow you're all going to show up in Beis Din, so to speak. So that's Aleph. The first thing we do is we appoint a time when the two litigants are going to show up in front of Beis Din. So you go to Beis Din with a complaint. Beis Din sends a shliach to summon both parties to a particular time where they're going to show up in front of Beis Din. Now, let's say the fella does not show up first time around, right? He ignores the summons. So what do? Zimna basar zimna. How do you know that you summon the fellow a second time? Dichsev karu sham paro melech mitzrayim shaon hevir hamayed. Now this is a pasuk from Yirmiyahu, and what we're saying is that karu sham. So the word sham could mean there. It could also mean the same etymology as the word to excommunicate in Aramaic, which is shamta, which is excommunication. So what we're going to say is that we called excommunication to Paro because, so to speak, the time has passed when he should have shown up to have a discussion about Egypt's misdeeds. This is Yirmiyahu, right? So we learn from the fact, Hevir Hamayed, that the time passed after the original time when you were summoned to Beis Din, so to speak. Now, uminolan di mispaker b'shlicha ve'edina v'amar v'alsi v'amar lo mischaze kilish nabina bisha d'chsiv ha'ene ha'anashem ha'hem t'naker Now, when Moshe Rabbeinu sent an agent, Vayishlach Moshe Likro L'Dasan L'Aviram, the Torah in Parshas Korach does not mention who the agent was. But the agent reports back to Moshe Rabbeinu and they said, Lo Na'ala, we're not coming, we're not showing up. And then, of course, you remember Moshe Rabbeinu himself goes to their tents, right? So he said, Lo Na'ala. So